Yeah, that is a
So
little
it's
foreboding that I rode so well and you guys rolled subpar. Well, actually, no. Gladiator got up there kind of. I guess Locust did too. But
you get it, Sean. You have
I
the
also
upper
see a
hand.
2 and
You
a
don't have to
3.
rub it in. That's right. Rolling a 30 to hit and being like, does that hit?
I know these endgame monsters are a lot of fun because it's basically plus the entire die. Like, wow, peek behind the screen. The Tarask and Roll both have a plus 19 to hit.
So you would have to roll a 3 or less to hit Locris.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I wasn't really doing a whole lot of missing last sesh because they get wild to hits. Blade fucked it up for me a little bit. He brought the Tarask's 2 hit down by a lot, but even with the maximum uh, possible number on his little spell, it's still a whopping plus 13 to hit.
That's about what we're rocking with. I started listening to the Dagger Heart on Critical Role, and their game mechanics is kind of interesting. You roll 2d6s, and you take the total, and that's your number. However, one die is your hope die, the other one is your fear die, and whichever one is higher, you call a hope or a fear. And if it's a hope, it goes to the player and it can be used to do cool stuff and help heal yourself better in the future. But if you roll a fear, it goes to the DM to be used for shenanigans. And in combat, they don't do initiative. It's just story wise. You can just jump in and say, I do this. And the first one to speak kind of gets to roll. And if they fail, or they roll a fear, or the DM spends a fear, he could take control. So just interrupt at any point, be like, "Oh yeah, that all happens, but now it's going to be my turn for a little bit."
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I might have to look into that. I don't know. I'm always bouncing between various live play podcasts. Like, I grind Critical Role. I've been grinding Critical Role season 2 every once in a while. I'll burn through 6, 7 episodes of that, but then I get burnt out on that, so I go seek out something else for a month or two, and yeah, just kind of back and forth, kind of.
Sean, you're talking about wanting to do sort of like a D&D but sci-fi type feel. Can I recommend a podcast to you that is
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of
Go
my
ahead.
all-time favorites, that I literally just went back last month and I decided to re-binge it from start to finish because I've loved it so much. I think it's like my third time that I've worked my way through it. It's called Androids and Aliens. It's Starfinder, which is basically Pathfinder but sci-fi. So, cracked out D&D. Um, but it is fucking fantastic, and the group is the Glass Cannon podcast, like the same guys that do Giant Slayer. I think I've recommended it to you guys a few times. But in terms of like a D&D-esque sci-fi podcast, it is so fucking good. The storytelling is great. Like the drama is there, but it's a lot of humor too. I think you'd really dig it in terms of what I think you might be interested in running sometime in the future or playing.
Yeah, what's the name of it again? Hit me with that one more time.
Androids and Aliens.
Yeah, I'll take a peek at that. I'm always down for a new podcast to jam.
Highly recommend it. I fucking love it, man.
I don't. I think I probably mentioned it in the past, but one of my most favorite is the Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One. Man, like, it's not. It's a good story because Brendan Lee Mulligan doesn't fuck around. He makes good stories, but it is scored like fucking amazingly, dude. Like the sound effects, the music, just the way that they put the sound, the audio together for that podcast, out of this fucking world, dude. Hands down, the best I've ever heard.
I think I remember seeing they were either making an animated show or a graphic novel based on that story.
It was a pretty fucking good story, dude. It was a Studio Ghibli film in my mind, bro. It was fucking awesome. Oh shit, we're thusly assembled, and I'm fucking talking about anime. This must be a nerdy channel, bro. All right, give me a second. All right. So, let me get set up here. Let's start this off with the old recap. Last session began in the final combat, one for the fate of all the world. The sands of justice confronting the dark god Nerul upon his demiplane, from which he summoned minions to aid him. A huge skeletal version of the hammer, as well as the legendary and terrible beast known as the Tarrasque. Battle ensues between our heroes and the god of death. Battle that, so far, has not gone very well for our heroes. The fight has seen both Gladir as well as a young sapphire dragon summoned to the world by Locris, outright eaten by the Tarrasque, and yet held firm in its toothy maw, still hungry. Another party member, Logos, perhaps about to join the recently swallowed. Upon the towering beastly Tarrasque, Renwick stands alone, mere feet away from the king of all gloom, in all his deathly horror and greatness. Both the Tarrasque and the hulking skeletal dragonborn, known as the Silver Hammer, in this moment are descending heavily upon an isolated Locris. Meanwhile, mere feet away from it all, Blade Silverstring, foaming at the mouth and bleeding from the ears, begins to convulse in the throes of death, laid to waste by a single touch from the foe of all good, the god of death, Nerul. And that is kind of where we are now. So let me get this going. But Blade, I am gonna have to ask. Well, hold on a second. That's not true. I thought we were going straight to Blade, but with the 28 initiative, he was actually beat by Logos. So, Logos, you are first to act at the top of the round, held firmly in the jaws of the Tarrasque. What do you do?
Am I considered grappled or restrained?
Let me double check. I think just grappled, but I'll check real quick. Let's see. Yeah, grappled. Well, nope. Until you're both, I guess. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained, and the Tarrasque can't bite another target.
Okay then. I am going to cast Freedom of Movement on myself. You touch a willing creature for the duration. The target is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magic effects neither reduce the target nor cause the target to have restrained conditions. In addition, the target can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as a creature imposing the grappled condition on it. So I will
Okay, yeah,
do
for
that.
sure. So as you kind of cast this spell upon yourself, what's next? How does this spell manifest? How do you think that looks?
I'd imagine like the wind like picks up around Logus as his like eyes turn green, and it like wiggles him out of the grasp of the Taras mouth, and then Can I? Could I climb on top of the Tarrasque? Like, how far is Nayrul and Renwick from?
So you're in the mouth, and they are on top of the beast, sometimes even on top of its head. So I would say there's about 15 feet or so that you would need to climb up to get to the same like area they are on the Tarrasque, and each of another probably 10 feet to get to them. So 15 feet of climbing, 10 feet of movement or so.
And where is Blade relative to where I'm at?
I dropped another picture in the feed, but from where you are now, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Blade is about 55, maybe 60 feet away behind you. Like, the Tarrasque has you in its mouth, and it is, like, bearing down on Locris. You see it clawing and stomping and ramming its horns and whipping its tail around. It is actively attacking Locris in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna use my movement to try to climb on top of the terrace to get eyes on Blade.
Okay, give me either an acrobatics or athletics check to see if you can find your way up this quickly.
Fuck it up and just slide down its throat. Um, we're looking at a 23 athletics.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, you scale this creature's maw, and it is such a massive beast that after about 15 feet of climbing, you find yourself perched atop its head with its like hard, scaly shell and shoulders nearby. You see only 5 feet from you, Neyrul, and maybe 10 feet or so to the left of you, Renwick. They kind of stand, have a bit of a standoff. I'm going to say I know your perception is wild. Your passive perception is wild. So you definitely, from this point, you definitely have eyes on Blade. He's exactly 55 feet away.
Alright, perfect. With that, I'm gonna bonus action cast Healing Word on him. And I will do that at. Do that at 5th level.
All right. What's the
And
word?
Blade. It's gonna be There's gonna be a lot of words. It's gonna be get your ass up, music boy. And he gets 19 health.
Shocked back to life as if hit with a divine defibrillator. Air pumps back into Blade's lungs.
And I mean, I guess that'll be it for me for now. Let's stay put.
Okay. Moving on down. Blade, you are actually for real up this time. No longer making death saves. The party about 55 feet away, in all sorts of mixed up. And yeah, you're currently covered in sweat, laying prone.
Oh boy. Um. Yeah, I can imagine. Blade kind of gasps, as air fills his lungs again, and um, man, it must be kind of trippy coming from something like that. So he's kind of looking around and like, oh, uh, gets up, and so Nayrul is. I'm just trying to get a lay of the land here. So Nayrul is where I'm at the bottom of the Tarrasque, right? I fell, if I remember correctly.
All right, so I dropped a new pick in the feed, but you are currently about 55 feet away from the action, and looking from your angle, you kind of see just the back of the Tarrasque. Like, it's such a big animal or beast that from the ground, you really can't see what's on top of it or what's beyond it, and that's kind of where everyone is. So, as far as you see a Tarrasque thrashing in the distance. But not much else.
Okay, gotcha. Um, okay. And I meant to ask this earlier in the chat, just so I didn't have to do it now, but obviously didn't do that. So got when I was doing when I was dying, did my mount disappear? My summon greater seed.
Is that is it a duration for like when you summon them, or is it like something you have to
I
maintain consciousness for?
I don't think I need any concentration for it. Um, I think it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's just like a summoned creature that I can dismiss, but I don't think I'm concentrating to keep them.
The spell says that the only thing it talks about it disappearing is it disappears temporarily when it drops to 0 hit points or when you dismiss it as an action. It doesn't say anything about like if you drop to 0, it goes away, and it's not a concentration spell.
Okay, yeah, I think Gabrielter would probably be sadly staring at you, kind of hoping that you would snap out of your stupor. So you're probably right next to Gabrielter.
Perfect. Yeah, maybe he picked me up by my collar to pull me up.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah, so Blade, I guess, is gonna be looking at the back of this Tarask, and I'm sorry, the Nerul is kind of like in front of the Tarask. No.
He's actually on top of it. From what you could tell, how the battle was going, you and Renwick were kind of going toe to toe with the Nerul on top of the Tarask for a little while. But from the ground, from this angle, it would probably be difficult for you to spot the actual combat. You'd have to fly up at least 10, 20 feet before you could actually put eyes on the party, including Nerul, who is currently squaring up with Renwick.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I think first things first, Blade is going to um, hop on to Gabrielter and take some movement to kind of get up to be closer to see what's going on here.
Okay, so half your movement to get up, and then you jump on Gabrielter, who's right there. What's Gabrielter's movement again? 80 flying or something?
I think it's 90. I'm double checking it. Of course, I closed everything out. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 90, but I just want
Okay,
to make
so
sure.
how close do you want to get? Because they're only about, even with the angle from the ground, they're only like 55, 60 feet away. So do you want to get right up on them, halfway? Like, what are you thinking?
I kind of want to fly. I don't want to get like necessarily close. Um, I kind of want to fly up with Gabrielter to get like at like their level, um, but not as close as I was. Maybe get within like 30 feet in distance away.
Okay, yeah, I'll say you're 30
Oh,
feet from the Tarask, 35 feet from Nerul, and about 40 from Logos, 35 from Renwick.
okay. So I guess really just kind of fly straight up. Um, so yeah, Blade will kind of get over onto Gabrielter, pat him, and say, "Let's get back there, boy." Fly on up, and um, the um, I guess Blade's gonna fly up, and let me just make sure this. I just want to make sure I don't fuck anything up. Just like as for like a lay of the land, is like, are there like rocks or anything around, or um, just like any like terrain?
So the Star of Nerul is basically this globe, and it is like pure marble, almost like a pearl. It is completely smooth and featureless, but it is just like this hovering, glowing, like almost like a moon. But no, it's completely smooth in all directions.
Okay. And that is, I think this last question. I swear to God, that is how far away?
I'd say the Tarrasque is about 50, 60 feet high. So you had to, you're 50, we'll call it 50 feet from the ground.
Okay. So can I just like look at this like pearl? Like I feel like it's got to be associated with Nerul here a bit. Um, is there like anything I can kind of glean from it?
Ooh, yeah. I would accept an insight check or a knowledge religion check. Maybe even like a knowledge arcana check, if you would. Each of those comes with their own info, though, so pick which one you prefer.
Okay, so Arcana, religion, and
Or insight. Oh,
right.
yeah, insight.
Okay. I think it'd probably be insight. And I'm going to also kind of give myself a little bit of inspo.
Ooh, nicely done.
Let's just say, come on, Blade, think. All right, so let me roll out insight. And with the modifier,
Ooh, a dirty 20. Nice.
22.
With the 22, I'll say this. You look around and you're kind of like, you're able to see this because you're not up in the action like you were before. But it seems like every time Nerul exerts himself, the star it rises. You notice that this giant pearl that you guys are kind of fighting on, when Nerul is doing things like attacking Renwick and whatnot, when the battle first started, the Star of Nerul was only about 50 feet above the ground, and every time that Nerul has actually made an effort to kind of squash you guys, the pearl has risen from Daanal Wisech higher into the sky. So every time he's made an attempt on your guys' lives, the pearl sails upward and rather quickly. Though it was only about 50 feet in the air when this fight started, it is now 350 feet in the air. It would seem like it takes Nerul's full concentration to not stop, but dramatically slow the star from moving. So the more he exerts himself, it would seem the farther the star gets away from Daanal Wisech. Unfortunately, you guys are all kind of on the star right now. But alas, you were kind of the first of the party to realize you were about 350 feet in the air at this point.
Oh, okay. That's a little trippy.
Yeah, so this, the star slowly rising. As you guys were approaching, it was slowly rising off the ground. It seems to rise rapidly when Nerul has to focus on other things.
Gotcha. So we're on the star. We're flying up.
Correct. The giant marble, the giant pearl that you guys are on is a demiplane of Nerul's, known as the Star of Nerul. It is his home. It is his home world. Few have seen the inside and returned to tell the tales.
Man. Um,
I think of it like
I,
weird reference. I think of it like if you watch Dragon Ball Z, at one point there's that like blue dude that has his own like little planet, but it's just like his house in a yard and a tree, and like Goku goes there to train for some time. It's like that, but pure white. You know, just a small
Gosh,
planet of its own, essentially.
interesting. Okay. So I guess it's taking his concentration. Oh, okay. Um, maybe I don't know if this is a long shot, but could I just like crack off a shatter on it or something just to fuck with it, see if it messes with him?
On the yeah, you could absolutely do that. I'll say, what's the range on shatter? You're flying about 50 feet in the air at this point.
So it's if I'm 50 feet in the air, shatter the range is 60 feet.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
So and I'll cast that at sixth level.
Nice, nice.
So I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. This guy's gonna kick my ass.
Well, maybe we'll see. 20 damage, but I think don't inanimate objects take like double from shatter or something like that?
I it's they lose the save. A creature takes full damage on a failed save. A creature made of inorganic material. Yeah, they have disadvantage on the save. Non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell area.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't pass the save.
so I guess yeah, 20 thunder damage as blade kind of like lights up and this kind of ball of light in his hand that's crackling and fires it off to the ground just to try to mess with this guy.
I'll say with 20 points of damage, you strike the ground and it leaves like kind of this like burnt black charcoal mark, but only briefly. It seems to fade after only a second or two.
Hmm. All right. I guess yeah, Blade is gonna, like I said, I don't really have much else I can do. I don't really want to get close, and I don't exactly want Nerul seeing me. The way I kind of vision it is that I'm to the back of the Tarask, and Renwick's probably like facing me, and Nerul's back is to me.
Um, Close. You are actually to the right of Nerul, but the left of Renwick. Like they are, you're off in their peripheral while they are looking at one another.
Oh, gotcha. All right, yeah. So Blade will kind of just fly up and try to like make eye contact with Renwick and just kind of give him like a salute. Same to Logos as well. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. I don't think I can do much else.
All right. Uh, Moving on down from Blade is the Hammer, with a giant Locris currently beating the brakes off of him. He decides to return the favor. Um, yeah, that's. I mean, the low is 25 to hit. I got another at 30.
Bolt it.
Sorry, I'm mixing up my fucking mute button. 23 to hit on the third attack would be hit or miss?
Hit meets.
Okay, sorry. Alright. Let's see here. The first attack comes at 14 damage. The second attack comes at 13 damage. And the third attack, a whopping 10. So you're looking at 33 points of total damage as the silver hammer just raises his hammer and begins teeing off, just strike after strike after strike upon Locris.
Noted.
I'm gonna have his. Yeah. He looks down at Locris and then up to the combat above. I'm gonna roll a dice and see. Nope, he's still focused on Locris. Locris, he begins uttering an incantation, if you will. He begins casting a spell you are the target of. Would you like to counterspell him in this moment, or are you going to eat this spell?
Who's casting it? They rule.
The hammer.
Oh. Yeah, let's counterspell. It's at 5th level. Or no, will you? Yeah. Counterspell. 5th level.
I think that nails it. Your counterspell cuts off his mutterings, and he looks to you frustrated as a bit of steam begins to kind of come off of his skeletal body. That's all the hammer's gonna do right now. Locris, coming on down. That you are up next.
All right. After taking those hits and shutting him the hell up, Locris has had enough of it. So let's take 2 swings on Big Boy. Okay, and that's going to be a nat 20.
Oh, very nice.
And what's it, plus 14? 29.
Ooh, also hits for sure.
All right. Let's start with the nat 20. See if that could put him down, and maybe I can save that second hit for the Trask.
Okay, yeah. Let's see it.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so it's a D8. So we'll start with that. 11 plus 9 becomes 20. Plus 2d6. Another 10. So that's 30. Plus the Spirit Shroud I have going on, which I did double check, and I made the save spells for, or the concentration checks.
Very nice, very nice.
Luckily you didn't hit me too hard at any time, and I have a +9 to Constitution, so that helps.
You goddamn demigods, you.
2d8 for the Spirit Shroud, so that becomes 4d8. Be right there in a minute. So that's going to be an additional 6, 6, 12 plus 6 is 18. Another 20 points of radiant damage. So that brings us up to 50. Plus my proficiency bonus, 56 points of damage.
So, Locris, how do you want to do this?
I figure that after those hits, and as he goes to cast the spell, the way Locris shuts him up is he just reaches up, grabs his jaw as he's talking and rips him down. And as he's coming down, just overhand swing to an exposed skull, just shattering it.
As you shatter this skull, the entire body goes limp and falls to the ground. But curiously enough, it passes through it, as if the ground were liquid.
And then, I guess for the second hit, we'll have it hit the Tarask, since he's been nipping at me.
Easily enough, you have to move.
Or-
You have to move 10 feet to get into melee with him, but totally doable. And 29 does hit.
Alright, yeah, that's going to be my next question to make sure. Okay. And with the Hexblade's Curse, I want, as Nayrul within 30 feet of me.
I'd say he's on top of the Tarask, and the Tarask is like somewhere between 50 and 60 feet tall, so probably not.
Alright, then good, I'll let the Hexblade's Curse end and take healing.
All right, all right.
Okay, and then, yeah, the second hit, so that's going to be 3 plus 9 is 12, plus a d6 for Giant Might. It's 14 plus 2d8 for the Spirit Shroud. Oh, 12, 14 plus another 8, 22 points. 8 radiant damage if that matters.
So 22 total, and 8 of that is radiant?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to chug a superior healing potion to see what I get out of that. And that brings me down to 1 of those left.
All right, sounds good. Make sure you roll that out.
And that, I believe, ends my turn.
All right, back to Nayrul. I'm going to roll in chat just to keep it honest. Similar to a dragon's breath, we'll roll to see. 6 returns his death touch. Did I type that wrong? I did. No space. Rolling the d6 to see. Nope, no death touch. So, Nayrul, standing atop this beastie, looking at Logos only a step away, and Nayrul, or Renwick in the other direction. Renwick it is. Nayrul steps up to you, Renwick, and he cracks off a fairy fire in your direction. Cantrip, a spell. He grips, and just the entire area around seems to glow. Now, I think does fairy fire offers you guys a save or what? I forget. I'll have to look it up. Give me a sec.
I believe it comes down to a save, but yeah, I imagine as he's staring down the god of death on top of this Tarask with everything going on, knowing that like Blade almost just died and thankfully didn't quite yet. And then Nayrul just steps up and sends out this like wave of kind of a glitter dust. He just sort of looks up and he goes, "Well, that's not at all what I expected to happen." And sort of tries to grin and bear it, I guess. Staring down a massive scythe, and he sends out a color spray.
Okay, yeah, you do get a dex save. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, both Logos and Renwick.
And we're not within Gladiator's aura.
I'm gonna
Because
say
we're on the
top.
Tarask and he's in the Tarask, so I don't know how big the
Yeah,
Tarask
I
is.
think his aura is about 30 feet or so, but I'm gonna say he is far enough beneath you that at this point there is no benefit for Gladier's aura, unfortunately.
All right, that's fair. I just had to ask.
What was it? A dexterity saving?
Correct. Dexterity saving throws.
24.
Whew.
25.
Damn. All right. Well, it does not seem to affect either of you. But the Tarask is now covered in glitter on a good portion of its body, of its head and shoulder.
Yeah, I imagine Renwick probably just like ducked behind one of the spines on it, and then he looks back at Logus and he goes, "This seems a lot more dire for something like that." And then just turns back around to face their rule.
It's true. It's true. Let's see here. Rolling with disadvantage. Daggum, you might actually squeeze by that one. 3 plus 19 still becomes a 22 to hit Renwick.
That's gonna hit exactly. I'm trying to think if I have any. I don't think I have anything that could stave that off. So
Okay, second attack with the scythe. Oh, you lucky bastard. I rolled a 12 and a 1. No, wait. After I hit you, I don't have to roll with a disadvantage, correct?
correct. Yeah, once I take damage, the cloak resets at the top of the round.
Well, that being said, an even 12 to hit, which becomes plus 19, so a lot. In the 30s?
Yeah, that's probably gonna hit.
I don't have that many dice, so this is going down. I'm going to roll it in chat here.
I'm sorry, what was the first damage? Or did you not roll that damage yet?
I was just rolling to hit. 2 attacks to hit.
Okay,
Now I'll be rolling.
just making sure. I just don't want to miss anything.
All right. These are not great. At least I wasn't doing too great anyway. Oh shit, did I pick that up again? Nope. Okay, 34 damage from the first hit. And this is necrotic damage, by the way. I think you have developed a resistance.
Yes. My rapier gives me necrotic resistance. So yeah, I imagine like every hit that Renwick's taking, he's sort of trying to like glance it off with the rapier, and you see some of the green sort of aura almost like absorbs into it, and the eye and the rapier starts to glow a little bit brighter. But yeah, so 17 damage on the first one.
The second attack also 34. So as he strikes at you with this, scythe of his, finding purchase twice, not only do you take the necrotic damage, so it'd be 17 twice, but this also brings down your maximum total hit points by the same amount of damage. So it would just be, I guess, 30? Take the 34 once.
So I had 20 points of temporary hit points on top of that. So how do you want to rule that if it's taking down max? Like, does the temporary eat up 20 points of that? So I take like 14 off of my max? Or does that cut through temporary?
The spell just says from max hit points, so I would say
Okay, so
that probably ignores the temp hit points.
All right, so I'm currently at 205 with a max of 219, but I'm just removing 34 from 219, and then that'll drop my actual current hit points to whatever my max tops out at. I just want to make sure I've got that right. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Not only that does it drop your maximum hit points, but you cannot benefit from any sort of healing until the beginning of Neyrul's next turn.
Hey Sean, can I ask something?
Yeah, what's up?
So I'm looking through my actions and stuff, so I just realized I have something for my reaction I never use because I'm always so far away. But could I use it in this moment for the attack that broke his cloak, or is it too late?
I'm gonna say, what is it? Is it like a counter of some kind or something?
It's a cosmic omen. Whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make an attack roll, I can use my reaction to roll a d6 and subtract that.
Oh no, he already rolled the attacks. That's hand off the chess piece. But it's good to know you have that for like the next couple hits.
Yeah, I'd say already went too far with it, but good. Yeah, good, for sure to know. For sure, good to know.
I never get to use that because I'm always so far away, and I was just like reading and realized I still had that. But all right, sounds good.
All right, so let's see here. Bonus action and regular action taken. After Nerul's turn, the Tarask is going to make a tail attack at one of the only targets in front of it, which is basically just Locris. So, tail attack coming your way, Locris. Fuck, I don't think that's going to do it. 21 to hit? That's a 2 on the die. Still becomes a 21.
That misses.
The Tarask's tail slams by only inches from you, but alas, no purchase. Moving on down from Nerul, Gladier. Gladier, you take. I'm gonna roll this out. I don't have that many d6s. You take 56 points of acid damage from the inside of the Tarask.
Okay. I'm not resistant to acid damage, unfortunately.
Oh, wait. Hold. Time out. I'm going to keep that roll. But it's actually at the start of the Tarask's turn. So you have your turn before you take that damage, but I'm keeping that 56.
Oh, okay. All right. So I won't enter it yet, but I will just let it loom over me and make me feel bad.
Just know you're about to take 56 points of damage. Unless you can somehow get out of the Tarask before its turn.
Okay. No pressure. All right, so a couple questions on Tarask anatomy. Would I have been able to somewhat sort of gauge how far I fell down until I came to rest in its stomach?
I'm going to say that is going to be a really high medicine check.
A really high medicine check?
Correct.
Actually, better question. I saw the Tarask before I got swallowed by it. Could I have gauged a very rough estimate of how many feet it is from the mouth to where I could have guessed the stomach is, which typical, any living creature, the stomach is typically in the center of its body.
I think what he's trying to say is what that throat do.
It is
I'm
canon
gonna say
that
you definitely
you
definitely got a good look at the Tarask prior to it eating you. I'm gonna say that it's somewhere between 50 and 60 feet in height. So probably somewhere half that, 25, 30 feet to either end, plus a long tail. So maybe not quite the end.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, he's not trying to get exact measurements. I just don't want to burn myself up. And
I will say, if it helps, as you're struggling, restrained in this creature, Locris's sapphire dragon crashes into you, and both of you seem to be in the same predicament.
Oh, he fucking got down he's now on the stomach with me?
He said if it helps.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's just great. He's just gonna kind of, I guess, I don't know, awkwardly, like, kind of try and see if I can position myself. So I'm assuming it's fucking dark in here, but
Technically,
I
technically,
know.
you are blinded and restrained.
Can I be blinded? I can't be blinded.
Okay, so
No, but if it's,
you see the horrors of this thing's intestines.
but I think the immunity to being blinded is different than being in total darkness, and I'm assuming this is just total darkness, so
Yeah, correct.
it's probably different. Okay. Anyways, um, I know which way is up because I have gravity. I felt where the dragon just tumbled through and landed, crashed into me. Um, can I look in that direction? And fuck it, I don't care because I can't really gauge 10 feet. What I'm trying to do is I have a spell scroll of Wall of Fire. I'm trying to light off a wall of fire up the Tarask's throat.
Holy shit, that's a good idea. Okay.
It's a 5th level spell scroll. So essentially, I'm just going to pick it. All it says is I need a surface. Oh, it says I need a surface that I can see, I think. And if I'm blind, does it say? No, it just says create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. It does not say I have to see it. And I can feel the ground beneath, well, the fucking stomach lining beneath me. So I know there's a surface. So I can pick the surface within range. So I'm just going to aim up and create. It says I can make a wall up to 60 feet long. I'm not going to use the whole 60 feet because I don't want this to, come out. And last I saw, my friends were on top of the Tarask, so I don't want it to burst through and hit them. So I'll say like 30 feet.
Okay, yeah. It would be cool to send the whole 60 and give this thing a breath weapon on Locris or something.
Yeah, so I'll make it 30 feet. I'm doing a wall of fire inside of the Tarask up its throat. Sorry, my wife is here. Yeah, so it's 68 fire damage on a failed dex save. I'm going to leave this up to you. I don't personally know how well someone would succeed on a death save on a wall of fire being erupted inside of their body. But I'm going to leave that up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's an auto fail if you're casting it from inside his body. Also, Dex is easily his worst stat. He would get like +0 anyways to the roll. So
Okay. All right. So yeah, it's 68 for a 5th level spell. And then every time it ends its turn within the wall of fire, which will be forever because I'm using the surface of his throat, he takes another 68 fire damage.
So it does the damage initially as the spell comes in, and then at the end of anyone in the range's turn. Is that how that works?
Yes. So yeah, when the wall appears, each creature in its area makes a dex saving throw, taking 5d8 fire damage. 5d8 is for the 4th level. This spell scroll is 5th level, so another d8. On a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. One side of the wall selected by you when you cast this spell deals the damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. The creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time. on a turn, or it ends its turn there. The other side of the wall deals no damage.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll that out. He definitely
Yeah.
fails the save.
All right. And do you... I don't know if it's possible because I can't see to try and aim it 10 feet away from me so I don't hit myself, if you want to make me roll for that, or if it's just like I can't do that because I'm fucking blind.
Well,
I'll just
technically,
take the damage.
you're immune to being blind. So, like you said, it's kind of. And if I do recall, I don't know. Did you fail concentration on that? What was it, like a branding smite or something? Isn't the Tarask glowing slightly currently thanks to your previous attack?
I know I failed concentration on
Oh,
something.
I think that might have been it. If you failed that concentration, maybe it's not rolling anymore. But yes, I will assume that with the dragon being kind of thrust in your direction, it opens up the guts just enough for you to kind of see a few feet past it and be able to safely cast your spell. No worries.
Okay. All right. So yeah, roll that damage in. Wait, is that a D8? That's not a D8. That's a D10. Where's the D8? There it is.
That was the best use of Wall of Fire spell I ever heard.
Oh. All right. So I only have 3 D8s on me right now. So that's 19 for the first three and 11, 13 for the second. So 19 plus 13 is 32. Yeah, 32 points of fire damage. And so that's
Okay.
going. And I'm also going to use a bonus action to chug a superior healing potion.
Okay, for sure. Go ahead and roll that out.
All right. And then for would it be some kind of roll to try and start crawl? Well, no, because now there's a wall of fire there. I don't want to walk through that fire. Never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna say just give like a half nod to the fucking dragon inside the stomach with me. Like, hey, you want to fucking help me do something? I don't know.
I do. We should escape.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, for the record, I dropped the dragon's initiative in the just into the initiative order in general. He's going to go at the bottom of the round because I think we actually skipped him because at first he was going on Locris's turn and then he was going on Logus's turn, and I think somewhere in the confusion he actually missed a round. So the dragon will be taking a turn at the end of the round.
Okay.
But that being said, the Tarask is up next.
And I just entered in. I healed myself for 30 and then hurt myself for 56.
Correct. You take 56 points of damage, but also Locris, if you could make a note that the Sapphire Dragon also takes 56 points of acid damage.
Already noted.
Okay, perfect. With the Tarask in hand here, I'm going to say not a fan of Locris in front of him, but also, I mean, his dome piece is a target-rich environment. Leaving it to the dice. Nope, it's Locris today. Okay, let's see what we're going to do right now. All 5 attacks. A bite, 2 claws, a horn, and a tail attack coming at you, Locris. Bite first. So let's see how that works out. God damn. 22 to hit? That's another 3 on the die. I think the bite attack misses.
Just misses.
As he chomps down on you, you dodge out of the way last second. A couple of claw attacks. Damn, I rolled another 2 on one of those. So one second claw attack misses. Third claw attack, however, is going to find some purchase here. And Locris it's a 28 if you care to know. 28 to hit. As this claw rakes down upon you, you take an additional 28 points of slashing damage.
Can I try to cutting words that?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're 30 feet away. I think you're within range for cutting words.
Can I do my thing too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Locris is below you, pretty much directly below you. Like, if you look down off the Tarask, Locris is toe-to-toe swinging at this creature's shins.
Yeah, I'll let Logan take this.
It's only -4, so you might want to do both.
So, 24 would still hit, unless Blade wants to burn something.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw a cutting words in there.
I think you just got to get it by 1. Nope, that'll do it. So, through some of the powers of your allies, the second claw flies wide. So that's a bite. That's 2 claws. Also, a horn attack coming in hot. 27 to hit.
It's
looking at 24 bludgeoning damage. I rolled 2 32s of damage and then 2 24s in damage. That's weird. Okay, so, and then finally the tail attack once again. That's lower, but still going to be 24 to hit.
Hits.
An additional 22 points of damage as this creature's tail just crashes into you.
Got it.
With that, the Tarask unleashes a mighty roar. And we're moving on down. Renwick, you are standing toe-to-toe with Nerul. He stares down upon you as he grips his scythe. You both kind of riding on the upper shoulder pauldron area of this particular beast. How do you proceed?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that I hexed Nerul when I went to tee off against him.
No, you did. You did.
All right, I just want to make sure that I have that in the bank right there. I think Renwick at this moment seeing this like gout of fire rip out from the Tarask and sort of dislodge Gladier finally.
Oh, none of that happened. So
no,
the fire.
Oh,
definitely,
sorry.
You definitely see smoke.
I thought it actually got him out.
Oh no.
Wishful thinking.
Oh,
wishful
speaking of, actually, Renwick, good fucking call. The Tarask ended its turn with the fire inside of it. Gladier, go ahead and roll me another set of damage.
Oh, cross my fingers. I really thought you had it on that one. I must have missed the official ruling. Fuck.
Almost, not quite. Let's see how much damage Gladier can pull off.
Oh, that's good roll. That's another 19. And math. 13. It's the same fucking roll. I rolled another 32 points of damage.
Well, Renwick might have saved your life. Blade, correct me if I'm wrong, but you still have the disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so he's got disadvantage and like a -6 to this, but it still comes out to be a +4. I'll roll it in chat. The DC is 20. So it's going to be a D20 +4. And
of course, you're going to leave it to Aberrate. You know that she fucks us every time, Sean. This is cruel.
Fuck!
I told
That's fucking funny.
To the very end.
Wait, that was just the one. I still got to roll with disadvantage. So let's.
It's disadvantage.
Oh, it's going to be a nat 20.
Here we go.
It's even higher. Watch, that's fucked up.
Oh, it was
Well,
disadvantage.
with that, Gladier, the flame just becomes too much for this creature, and a wave of bile deep from underneath you somewhere comes rushing up, and not only kind of extinguishes this kind of flame, but expels you and the dragon onto the ground. You do take quite the fall. It is about 50 feet from this thing's face to the ground.
Fuck it, I'm out.
You and the dragon take an additional 15 points of falling damage.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh god,
Thank
that
you,
makes me feel
Renwick,
so
for
much better.
reminding him.
Okay, yeah. Also, yeah, good job there, Remick. So you,
I
Gladier,
was just
and
kind of like, I was honestly in disbelief. I was like, how the fuck could that not work at this point? Like, I know we've tried everything, but holy shit, that was a power move. Like, what an incredible use of that spell. I
yeah,
just assumed he was done.
the threshold was 60 points from the inside, so it didn't really matter what you guys were doing outside. But
Oh,
the
fuck.
threshold
Oh
was 60 points
shit.
from
That's
inside.
brutal.
Yeah, yeah. So
Damn,
anyway,
yeah.
you were expelled onto the ground in a pile of bile with this sapphire dragon. And now we will return to Renwick. Renwick, you are up.
I imagine because I think my last turn was spent attacking the Tarrasque to try to like just stabbing at its head basically because I'm standing on it trying to get Gladier out. And then he notices this like gout of flame, and all of a sudden, like he sees this charred like chunk that is Gladier fly out of its mouth, and then the big ass dragon right behind it. And he just turns back to Nerul and says, "Well, that doesn't bode very well for you, now does it?" And I think he's gonna lash out, and because I should be within striking range, yeah. Like I have
Oh yeah, he moved
25 feet of
into
movement.
he moved into
Okay,
combat
yeah,
with
he
you.
moved up to me. Yeah, that's right, because he was swinging at me. So yeah, I take 2 swings with the rapier, and we'll go from there. Oh fuck, just flat swing. I'm fighting a god of death. I don't like this. I'm so nervous. This is where I'm going to start rolling like hot garbage too. First attack is a fuck me 17, but the second attack's a 24.
24 hits.
All right, 24 hits. I need a con save from you.
Ooh. Garbage, but I'm gonna burn a legendary resistance to pass instead.
Okay. That's going to spare you from the extra cold damage. And just make sure I have everything here. Oh, and then extra d6 for the hex. That is such garbage damage. Almost all of the giant ass dice pool I have are ones, twos, and threes. Fuck me.
Dude, that's my night tonight. I've rolled so many d20s. I bet you half of them are under 5.
That's just 20 total points of damage on the rapier. And something tells me movement speed reduction doesn't really do shit against you. So I'm just going to take a shot with my crossbow. I'm out of radiant bolts, unfortunately. So for funsies, fuck it. I'm going to use a force bolt because why not? So I'm just going to convert that damage to force if I hit.
Okay, nice.
Oh shit. All right. That's a dirty 30.
Dirty 30
That'll
hits
hit.
for sure.
Oh shit. That's actually 23 damage on that first hit, Sean. I'm sorry. One of
Okay.
my dice was sitting on top of my dice tower. There was such a massive pool I didn't even notice.
Okay.
And I still rolled hot garbage. D6 plus 7. So that's gonna be 10 points plus the additional hex, and of course I rolled a 1. So 11 points of damage with the force bolt.
Okay.
And how big is the Tarrasque? as it stands in terms of like, I guess, like if we're counting the Tarrasque as terrain, since I'm on top of it, I have 25 feet of movement. I kind of want to just put some distance between Nerul and I can step away without incurring attacks.
I mean, mechanically, he's a gargantuan creature, so he's like, you've got about a 20 by 20 space that you can work with.
Sweet. Can I just, I guess, shift like 15-ish feet away from Nerul, maybe like trying to put one of like the spines of the Tarrasque in between us, since I'm a small creature?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, sweet. And that'll be my turn.
All right. As you kind of maneuver around the Tarrasque, we get to the Sapphire Dragon. Locris, would you care to take control of your minion?
Absolutely. All right, first things first.
He is currently prone in the laying on a puddle of vomit next to Gladier at the feet of the Tarrasque.
Yeah, seeing if he got his breath weapon back, and he doesn't, because Avery doesn't like it. So, I believe what it will do is it is going to get itself up and not wanting to be near the mouth is going to take off flying, which has a fly of 80 feet, so it can move 40. And I think it's going to go. Uh, how high off the ground is the Tarrasque? Belly to ground.
Probably 20-ish feet.
He is going to try and attack the Tarrasque. I'd say where the throat meets the chest.
Okay, yeah. He flies up 25, 30 feet or so and begins tearing into the Tarrasque.
And gets a multi-attack, so it gets 1 bite and 2 claw attack. Alright, so first the bite. 14 plus 9, 23.
23, unfortunately, does not pierce the creature's hide.
Nat 20.
That does, though.
And the third one will miss. The 23 misses,
So
18
a
definitely
crit.
does.
2 misses and a crit. That's not bad.
It's going to end up being 2d6 plus 5. Double threes. So 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, excellent.
And
Any bonus actions or anything?
I think because it's a multi-attack, it usually doesn't unless it gets way up there in level.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
I would say being under and just having 1 claw hit, it probably drop back down to the ground, but stay underneath the Tarrasque.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna move this, finagle this around, but yeah, he definitely maneuvers himself underneath the Tarrasque.
He thinks, well, at least I'm not immediately in biting range, but can still contribute if somebody yells at it. That will end the dragon.
All right. Moving back to the top of the round, then. Logos, you are up. You kind of see, not only are you on the top of this terrace, but you see Nerul and Renwick kind of briefly exchange blows before Renwick kind of parries and puts a bit of distance between him. But essentially, you and Renwick are up here on this giant monster with the God of Death. How do you proceed?
Mm, sh- let me see. Let me do a. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. I'm just gonna shoot arrows at Nerul.
All right.
We got 32 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
And a natural 20.
So, unfortunately, the God of Death has an immunity to critical hits. So it definitely hits, but you do not get extra damage.
It sucks.
As you strike true where vital organs should be in any creature, you get a glance beneath the robe. Polished, white, marbly bones, and nothing else.
13 points of damage from the arrow. Um, an extra 15 points from the oath bow. So 28 total on the first attack.
Nice, nice.
Second attack is 21 points of damage total. And then I'm gonna bonus action attack again with my starry form.
Just
27 to hit.
that'll hit. Just unleashing arrows, one after another, after another, after another, and they all land true, dead center in Nerul's chest.
And this one is 10 points total radiant damage, if that matters.
Excellent.
Can I look when the radiant? Does it seem, since he's a like god of like necrotic and death, does the radiant damage seem to do anything more or less than him?
Go ahead and give me like a we'll call it an insight or a knowledge religion check.
I would definitely do insight. It's another natural 20 for a total of 31.
The radiant damage is definitely stopping some of his abilities. Like, he would be doing more if he wasn't getting pummeled with radiant damage from the party. But yes, it is affecting him negatively, but you're not sure exactly how.
Okay.
But yeah, there is some sweet powers I can't use if you keep pummeling him with radiant damage.
That'll. Can I? I can't. I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna stay put. I'll stay put for now. That'll be my turn.
All right, moving on down from Logos. Blade, you are up, kind of floating on nearby on Gabrielter. You're watching Renwick and Logos kind of tee off on the God of Death, who stands unmoving, unwavering on the back of this giant monster.
All right. Well, upon seeing Gladier getting spat out, I kind of want to get like a lay of the land. So I'm flying up in the air still, 30 feet away. Um, I kind of want to gauge and see how I know Locris has taken some good damage, and I'm assuming Gladier got some good hits in too. They're probably the ones I'm worried about the most. Can I like just kind of gleam, see how their health is looking?
I will say, uh, I'll allow it with a perception check. They are kind of on the other side of the terrace. You were looking at its back, and they are fighting it in the front, and it is massive. So give me a perception check. See if you can't bob and weave about to put eyeballs on them.
Sure, sure. I'll fly ahead and kind of almost hover above the Tarrasque a little bit, or maybe off to the side of it. I guess I'm sorry. What was I rolling?
If you want to use some movement to reposition on the battlefield, if you're willing to get closer, I'll just give it to you. I won't make you roll a perception check. So it's your call.
Yeah, no, let's do that. I'd want to get eyes on them.
Okay, so how close do you want to get? Currently, you are 5, 10, 15, 20. You're about 25 feet away from the Tarrasque, and that's got its back turned to you.
Okay. I definitely want to fly at least like to the side of his head. Kind of like in his peripheral. No, I mean not really. I kind of want to stay back a little bit. I don't want to get in this guy's line of sight too much, but yeah, kind of like more onto the side of him if I can.
Okay, I'm going to say with 40 feet of movement from Gabrielter, you can pull up alongside him, and you're about 10 feet away or so from his head. And yeah, you have full sight on Locris and Gladier. Were you trying to gauge their health?
Yeah, I know they got hit pretty bad.
I'm going to say, you know them both pretty good. So give me either a perception or a medicine check, and you can make it with advantage.
For 30.
Yeah. How you guys doing, Gladier and Locris?
Locris is a bit over half down.
Okay,
Not
Um,
yet, 3/4.
yeah, I'm looking uh about a third left.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
they both look pretty rough, but looks like Gladier's in the
Little
worst shape.
fucked.
I mean, he did just get spit out of the Tarrasque. So.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna just if I have to move, I will. But I want to be in a position where I'm 60 feet or within 60 feet of them, or just my party in general.
Okay, yeah, I'll say with your movement, you can just come down a little bit and definitely within 60 feet of everybody.
Perfect. So Blade is on the back of Gabrielter, and he kind of swings his double neck lute in front of him and uh, starts to play. And he Blade will starts going. When hope burns low and courage slips, I weave new life with song from lips. Rise, Gladia, and stand Locris too. The dawn itself now fights for you. And I will cast Mass Heal.
Nice.
For my ninth level spell.
Mass heal?
Yep. So a flood of and healing energy flows into you and creatures around you. You restore up to 700 hit points divided as you choose among any number of creatures that you can see within range. They're also relieved from blinded, deafness, and poison conditions.
Who all gets hit by that?
No one, hopefully, counterspell.
Sweet Jesus.
I gotta roll this out. I'll roll it.
Counterspell the counterspell.
No.
I mean, technically, I don't know. I think who all has counterspell. I mean, you could.
There's
I mean,
at least two members of the party, and it counts as a reaction, and I'm pretty sure it reset because we're at the top of the round, so...
It's true.
I don't.
How far away is he from me?
I'll say if you're on the ground, squaring up with the Tarask, you're a bit too far. Nerul being on top of the Tarask, it's probably 50, 60 feet.
That's all on you, Blade.
Oh boy.
Can you reaction counterspell after casting a spell?
Yeah, I've seen it done.
I don't know.
I think that's the way we've been playing it.
Yeah, as long as it's a reactionary spell, he could burn his action economy for it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a roll off.
I've needed nothing more in my life than this.
Yeah, I'm gonna set that DC at 19. You know it, 9th level counterspell incoming. So tell me if you can crack that DC 19.
Okay. Counterspell. So that is the roll itself is going to be just a d20.
I think it's a D20 plus, isn't it?
Your spell modifier.
Yeah, your spell modifier. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, this is going to be. Oh, please, dear God. Here goes nothing, boys.
Inspire thyself.
No, I don't think I can inspire myself now.
That also takes the reaction, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah. Damn.
So his roll for counterspell is a DC, or well, not a DC, but a 25 total. So as you begin to summon this powerful 9th level spell, you know, the sun shines a bit brighter, the clouds seem to send down like a beam of light, and Nerul reaches forth one of his hands as if to just gesture it to leave, and instead a swift wind blows in, storm clouds. It slowly begins to rain as lightning cracks off in the distance. Nerul's gaze focused on Blade once again.
Oh. All right. Well, I guess I don't think I can do too much else. That was bonus. Oh, yeah, no, I used most of my movement. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna do it.
Alright, would be the hammer next, but he's dead. Locris, you are up. You are standing kind of shin high to the Tarask next to a goopy and prone gladier. Your allies doing battle atop it. You see Blade flying nearby, working some sort of magic. You hear the sounds of battle, aside from the roars of the beast coming from atop it. So how do you proceed?
I would say nothing else going on, but trying to keep the Tarask distracted, so he hopes the others are finishing shit up there. Gonna take two big ass swings at this Tarask.
Alright, give me a couple of attack rolls.
26.
That
And
hits.
I don't know if it's this die weighted or what, but another nat 20.
Great, fuck yeah.
I start to feel guilty taking it. It's like, I swear it's true. It just.
Dude, I got 3 of them last session. You're all good.
Let's start with the low one first. That's going to be 4 plus 9 is 13. Plus 5 is 18. Yeah. Oh, and Spirit Shroud, which is 2d8. Another 9. So 27 points of damage.
Okay.
And I am going to dump another Eldritch Smite into this crit.
I would be disappointed if you didn't.
So, I believe we said that is a 12d8. Yep. Plus the other 2 is 14. Plus another 4 is 18. So 18d8 plus 2d6 plus 9. And yep, that's it. 101 points of damage.
Holy fuck-a-luck-a ding-dong there, buddy.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to chug my last superior healing potion.
Holy shit. Well played. You just begin smashing into this creature. Locris hits this creature so hard with a giant rumble, he forces it to take a knee. Logos and Renwick and Nerul all kind of shift uncomfortably on top of this beast as it wobbles.
Oh, hang on. My turn's not over yet.
Yeah, what's up?
Wait, no, I gotta get to his feet. Alright. Strike at the giants, and I could just do it. Yeah, I don't have. It's not anything additional, so I'm also going to dump a hill giant on there for another 2d6.
All right, roll it up. Summoning the strength of the giants to aid you during your assault. Well played.
Oh, okay. Avery was nice, so we'll see if she's still nice. Not particularly, but an additional 4 points of damage.
Okay. God damn. I'm going to say after that sweet attack, the Tarrasque is going to use its legendary action to bite Locris.
Why? What did I do?
It's fucking 3 on the die, bro. That comes out to 22 to hit.
Just misses.
It snaps at you, but the lass does not seem to find any purchase. Alright, moving on down. Nerul. Ooh, that was a loud pating. The old lady's texting me. Alright, I'm going to roll to see if he got his death touch back. He does not. So, let's see here. He steps up. And I'm going to say, between Blade and Logos and Renwick, this is what I call a target-rich environment. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to say he sticks true to what's... No, you know what? I do have something up my sleeve a little bit. He is going to remove his scythe from his belt. Not the scythe, the sickle, rather. He removes the sickle from his corded belt, takes a few steps to get into range with Renwick, and he is going to take a couple of more of attacks. With disadvantage, but still. Fuck. It's barely once again. It's fucking 22 to hit, Renwick.
Let's go. Who would have thunk? Yeah, you hit exactly.
I know, that's fucking wild. It was a 3 on the die, bro. I'm rolling a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
threes.
pretty fucking hard for you to fail.
I know, it's fucked up.
Basically, like rolling at one or just fuck off, Sean.
So 2 hits with this scythe. Go ahead and roll me 2d6, Renwick. Twice, actually.
I'm rolling 2d6. Oh, interesting.
It's not the scythe, it's the sickle. As he strikes you with it,
Ah,
it seems to pass through you.
I got a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so your strength modifier permanently or your strength ability score permanently reduced by 3. Go ahead and roll me another 2d6.
Pardon me. That's a 1 and a 4.
Okay, again, it's your strength ability score, and permanently reduce your strength by 4 more additional points. As the scythe, or sickle rather, just kind of passes through you, it doesn't hurt, but weakness follows this blade. You're struggling to stand on your feet. Suddenly, the weight of your blade and armor is just almost overbearing. You begin to slouch. You struggle to stand up. It's definitely sapping your strength, though not your health.
Okay, hey, you silver lining, right?
And with a bonus action, he hurls a bolt of necrotic energy at Logos. I'm going to assume 30 hits.
Counter spell. No, that hits.
The bolt of necrotic energy does 20 points of necrotic damage, and it stops you. You cannot be the benefit of any healing until Neyrul's next turn. This bolt of damage just kind of crashes into you. But that's it. Neyrul kind of doing battle upon the Tarask. We're moving on down. Gladir, you are up. Currently prone at the feet of this beast. Tell me how you proceed.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. He kind of does like that, like slow, dramatic stand up that superheroes do when they just got like punched to the ground and they're pissed off now. And he's, just, I guess, quietly just walks over to. Looks like he's not too far away, but the sapphire dragon, and he's gonna kind of just give him a look and just be like, "We both just got swallowed by this giant fuck, but the guy controlling him is up top, and I need you to get me up there. Can you help me, please?" And he's just gonna climb on top of the back of the sapphire dragon and try to urge him to fly him to the top of the Tarask.
The Sapphire Dragon looks to Locris for confirmation. Yes or no?
If Lil Chris heard this, he would just nod as he's just going toe to toe with this Tarrasque and doesn't give a shit what they do.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You can jump on the dragon's back. However, the dragon won't be able to move until the end of the round, so you'll have to hold an action.
Oh, I thought he had movement because the round we reset the round or we started a new round.
Right, but we were kind of passing around who the dragon was being used by. First it was Locris, then it was Logos, then he just missed a turn outright. So I added the dragon to initiative at the bottom of the round. So he can take you up there, but it will have to be at the bottom of the round.
Okay. Fair enough. In that case, yeah, so I'm gonna ask him specifically not to just. In that case, I'm gonna ask him specifically not to fly me just to the top of the Trask, but to like swoop over Nayrul because I think Milker said he has 80 feet of movement speed, so he should be able to like get me like at least kind of next to Nayrul, so I can like swing at him. So I'm gonna ask him to do that when he can move. And then bonus action. Can I use my bonus action and then hold my action? Correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So bonus action. Fourth level divine, not fourth level shining smite on myself. Which is like basically it's the one that's basically kind of like guiding bolt. So bonus action cast that on myself, which is concentration until my next attack, and I will hold my attack action until he gets me to Nayrul, within range of Nayrul.
Okay, perfect. That being said, moving on down to the Tarrasque. Target rich environment again. Let's leave it to the dice. All right, switching it up. Somehow, some way, despite Locris kind of cracking off at this thing's shins, his first couple attacks are not actually at Locris. The bite and a claw attack are coming towards Blade in the sky. Blade, that is 11 and 19, so what is that, 30 even? 30 even money to hit.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, you take 36 points of piercing damage, and this creature snatches you off the back of Gabrielter. You are currently in its maw.
Sentinel.
I'm also unconscious.
Oh shit. Okay,
I
Sentinel?
Sentinel feet. Oh wait, no. Do I have to use my reaction?
Think so. If you're gonna use
And
it.
holding an action uses your reaction, right?
Correct.
Fuck.
This is not good.
Shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Okay, yeah. You don't
take away
have to
my
hold
held action.
Yeah, okay. You can delay your held action and use it another ability. Go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my reaction to do Sentinel. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make melee. Oh no, that's just to make an attack against them. It doesn't stop the attack. I got it confused. It stops them from moving if they try and move. Yeah, if Blade's gonna get hit either way,
Yeah.
then I might not use Sentinel.
Okay, yeah. Consider your reaction
Okay,
held.
yeah.
And,
Okay. Sorry,
Blade,
Blade.
you are
Oh,
snatched
that's all
out
right.
of the air by the jaws of this beast, ripped right off of Gabrielter. Dangling from this creature's maw, with Blade in its maw, it's going to make the remainder of the attacks against Locris. A couple of claw attacks coming your way. Looks fuck. One of them's a 1, so that's gonna miss. But the other is an 18 plus 19, so 30, a lot.
Surprisingly, they both miss.
Right. The one claw that does find its purchase upon you, 28 points of slashing damage. It After a couple of claws, it brings down its horns and tries to gore you. Again, 34 to hit. That is an additional 32 points of damage. And finally, the tail attack, also targeting Locris. 12 on the die, but that still becomes, 30 something. I don't know. 31 to hit, so yeah. Okay. And that is going to be an additional 24 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature just tees off, snatches Blade out of the air within its maw, and begins pummeling Locris with claws and horns and tail attacks ferociously.
Noted.
Moving on down from the Tarask, Renwick, you are up. Kind of standing on the shoulder of this beast, Nerul seems to have followed you. He has taken a few steps in your direction, made a few more melee attacks. I assume your strength score is not 0.
It's not 0, but it's not fucking great, Sean.
Okay, as long as it's not 0, you're still good. D&D Beyond should do all the math for you.
It's pretty fucking close. I mean, I think I'm 3 out of 10 right now.
Just so you're aware, 0 results in immobility.
That sounds fantastic. Fuck me. So Blade is unconscious again, but I think he's close to me now, correct? Based on
yes, you're 20 feet from the edge, and the edge is basically the maw of this creature where Blade is inside. So about 25 feet or so from where Blade is, maybe 30.
Okay, cool. And I think I've got some other buddies around. So in the interest of brevity, if I were to cast a spell that had a 30-foot sphere, how many of my allies could I hit with that from, like, basically Blade being my key target? I just want to maximize the number of allies I can hit with a 30-foot sphere. I will let you just dictate that. Just let me know what I can hit.
I will say, if you want Blade to be your target, though he is near you, you do not have direct line of sight. You are going to have to move to put eyes on Blade.
That's fine. I have 25 feet of movement, if need be.
Okay, if you're willing to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, yeah, it's only 20 feet to get to the maw, and then you would have to peek over the edge. But at that point, your cone is probably just going to hit Blade. You could position it to hit others if you really tried, but if you're aiming for Blade specifically, you could angle it to hit Blade and maybe Locris. What'd you say, 30 feet?
It is a 60-foot range and a 30-foot sphere of effect.
Oh,
so I'm just trying to hit
sphere. Okay.
Yes. I'm trying to hit as many allies as I can. I have 60 feet of range for the spell itself. Blade is the primary target, but I want to try to maximize the spell with any other allies that I could get in the sphere.
You could get pretty much everybody but Locris. He's on the ground. but you could get yourself, Blade, Logos, and no, actually Gladier is also on the ground. So yeah, you could get all three of you: Blade, yourself, and Logos.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna burn my action and cast my scroll of healing word that I've been hanging on to, or sorry, mass healing word that I've been hanging on to, and try to get them back up.
I thought you said it was mass cure wounds.
I think I was reading it wrong, or like messaging it wrong. I bought the scroll a while back, so I'm just trusting what I actually put on my sheet. It's mass healing word is what I have. I think I bought it as an oh shit, like ripcord just to get people up. So unfortunately, it's not much, but it's up to 6 creatures of my choice. So anything that I can hit in that range.
Yeah, I'll say you don't even have to actually move if you don't want. You could stay toe to toe with Nerul with that range and the radius. I thought it was a cone, not a radius, for whatever reason. But yeah, you could definitely get all three of you guys.
But yeah, if Blade is down, I'm immediately going to try to bring him back up because he's in dire straits. And if I can get anybody else in that, then bonus. And it's like next to nothing, but at least it gets him conscious again. So it's going to be a T4 plus 5. It's not much, but it's a Hail Mary to keep the bard alive.
Yeah,
And of course,
all
I
three of you.
roll a fucking 1. So 6 points of health. But at least you're conscious. And
That's enough.
and also I'm at the bottom of the round, so hopefully, given that you and Logos are at the top of the round, you can make something work with that. But at least you're not rolling death saves. And then since I'm right up there, I guess I'm gonna move. Actually, at this point, like I have nothing left to lose. I guess I'm gonna stay up with Nerul and sort of try to take the brunt of this, unfortunately, because I don't have a better way to go about it. But I am going to use my bonus action to. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. It's why not? Let's just go back to classics. I'm going to summon a tentacle up here. And
Nice, yeah.
so a tentacle like rips out of the side of the Tarask and lashes out at Nerul. And that's going to be okay, a 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
Does that also proc my hex? I believe it does. I think it's all damage.
I think so. Yeah, it's
on the
it's,
target
it's
that
a
you
spell
hexed,
that you generated, so I would assume that yes.
All right, so that's going to be 10 points of cold damage, and Nerul's movement speed, for what it's worth, is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, 10 points of cold damage. All right, all right.
But I think that's about all I can do. I'm just gonna try to grit and bear it and hope that I can take some heat for the boys.
Alrighty. Bringing up the bottom of the round is the dragon. The sapphire dragon sails upward and positions Gladier within striking distance of Nerul. Locris, you have control over everything else. It's got 30 feet of movement and its attacks and whatnot. But Gladier, it swings in close enough for your held action to go off. So go ahead and take some attack rolls as it dive bombs Nerul, flying by swiftly, giving you a brief opportunity to make a couple of strikes.
Oh, okay. So first strike is a 25, and I have 2 attacks. The second strike is a 26.
Both hit.
Okay, so let's do first one. which will be my Shining Smite at 4th level. I believe I used, yeah, 4th level. Where is it? Okay. So, target hit by the strike takes an extra 2d8, 2d6 radiant damage from the attack, plus 1d6 for every spell slot level above 2. Until the spell ends, which concentration 1 minute, the target sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against it have advantage and can't benefit from the invisible condition. So technically, I think my second attack would have advantage because I use it on the first attack.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see if I roll a nat 20.
I mean,
Nope, that's nat 1.
You already kind of hit, and he's immune to criticals.
Yeah.
But it could be fun just to see.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I rolled a nat 1, so that's great. Okay,
no,
so
you have to take that one.
that is. All right, so every 1d6 for every spell slot above 2, it's cast at 4, so that's 4d6 total for Shining Smite. So that's 10, 11, 16. 16 radiant damage from Shining Smite. And then it's for my actual sword. It's 1d8 slashing plus 1d8 radiant for my improved Divine Smite Paladin level. So I'll do slashing first. That's 5 slashing. 8 radiant. Okay. So what did I say? 15 radiant from Shining Smite, plus 8 radiant from the sword attack. So that's 23 radiant damage, plus 13 slashing damage. 23 radiant, 13 slashing from the first attack.
Okay, 36 for the first.
Second attack. I'm going to burn a 3rd level spell slot for my second attack to do a Divine Smite, which is another 48. Okay. So second attack is 7 slashing damage plus second attack was what did I say?
I was waiting for the total.
Okay. But it was the first was 7 on the die plus 8 is 15 plus, so second attack 15 slashing plus God, math is hard. 16 radiant. 15 slashing, 16 radiant for the second attack.
Okay. A couple of keen blows, erupting with this holy radiant energy. You cleave into Nerul, and you see beneath his cloak that he is just this creature of bone. No sinew, no organs, just this perfectly pearly white bones underneath the black robe. But you find purchase, and he staggers a bit for the first time in the entire battle. He takes a step back and kind of looks at you in awe.
Yeah, he's just gonna kind of smirk at him, give him a toothy grin.
Locris, would you care to do anything with the dragon?
Since the dragon is already right up on a rule with dropping off Gladier, he'll just take a bite and 2 claw attacks on him.
All right, excellent.
That's a 24 to hit on the first on the bite.
Hits.
Okay, let's see this. 2d10 plus 5, so 13, 18 points of piercing damage plus 2 points of thunder damage. And then for the claw, it's a nat 1 and 16.
16 does not hit, unfortunately.
So that's his attacks.
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh yeah, that's right. The
Oh,
because of Gladier's holy smites, you get advantage on Nehru.
first one's still a miss. Yeah, both are sub 10 on the roll. So what is he like, 24?
21 AC, magic number.
I'd have to hit a 12 on the die, and he didn't do that.
Alas, a couple more blows find their way to the Dark God.
And he's going to stay there harassing him.
And before we bring it back to the top of the round, after the dragon's turn, the Tarask uses a legendary action. Never mind, critical failure. So, Blade, you're the luckiest motherfucker here. He tries
God
to
damn.
chomp you while you are in his maw, and he just kind of bounces you around his maw with his rather large tongue. You're kind of forced up against the roof of his mouth briefly, and no teeth manage to find you. Back to the top of the round. Logos, you are up. Once again, you're on top of the Tarask. It's got Blade in its mouth. It's got Locris in melee, striking and horning and slamming its tail. You see Renwick doing everything he can to kind of stay in front of this dark god. He's looks to be winded. He's struggling. Renwick looks to barely be on his feet. And behind him, a ferocious dragon ridden by Gladier. Both the dragon and Gladier tee off on the roll. But how do you proceed?
I forgot it was my turn next. I got a mouthful of nacho right now.
Nachos. That's fucking delicious, dog. Nice.
Okay. So is Blade grappled by the Tarask?
Currently grappled and restrained within this thing's mouth.
All right. Logis is gonna try to do some acrobatic shit and get to Blade.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check as you backflip off the top of this creature and into this thing's maw.
Oh my god. 16 acrobatic.
Oof. I'm gonna say it takes all your movement to get to Blade, but you can do it.
I am okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on him again, so he's able to move 5 feet and escape the bite, so he's not
Okay.
swallowed.
I will say, to get to where Blade is, you're kind of just dangling. Like, you made it there, but you're basically hanging off the mouth of this creature in order to get to Blade. But yeah, the spell cracks off.
Okay. And then I'm going to Then I guess just I'm gonna throw him a little bit of healing word, just to help him get back up a little more.
Okay, nice. What's the word or phrase this time?
Can't keep doing this, but you got to pull your weight around here, bud.
It's so
And
trippy.
I'll give him a. I'll make that a 6th level healing word.
Oh, very nice.
So we're looking at 24 points of healing.
Well played.
Thank God.
And then I guess Logus will just stay there hanging from the mouth of a Tarask.
Excellent.
Great.
All right, coming on down from Logos. You know what? I'm gonna burn a legendary action and make a tail attack on Locris while he is down in front of this creature. A lot to hit. Like 17 on the die becomes so much in mid 30s. A tail attack on Locris. You take an additional 25 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature swings down with its mighty tail. However, Blade, your turn. Within the maw of this beast.
Fuck, man, I'm finding myself in some terrible positions to fight. Okay. So, I'm in this thing's mouth, and I see Logos hanging from his mouth. Correct?
Yes, so Logos is kind of hanging from a couple of teeth dangling off of one of this thing's lips, and he used the opportunity to like reach in and grasp you and cast the freedom of movement spell before kind of continuing to dangle on the outside.
Okay. I'm wondering if I can kind of finagle this. Um, could I have potentially Gabrielter fly to the like mouth of this thing, like if it were like trying to look for me, if it was swallowed me?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, about 30 feet of movement or so. Gabrielter is there awaiting.
Could I don't know what like the movement would look like in here, but like I'm assuming I'll have to get up, use part of my movement for that, and then basically to get out of his mouth would be
Well, because of the spell that Logos had cast upon you, you are no longer grappled and or restrained. So you could just kind of leave if you wanted to.
okay. I'm not really sure like how it would work. But basically essentially what I want to do is just be like, we need to get out of here. And basically charge out and basically say basically one more time. If I can run out and tackle Logos like off of like this thing's like mouth and like we both land on Gabrielter to get out.
Yeah, go ahead and give me either an athletics or acrobatics check. We'll call it a DC 15 to take you and your ally to the back of Gabrielter.
Well, with the plus 17, that shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, just don't roll a 1.
No, no, no. Oh, no. I didn't even forgot about that. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a 1. Thank God.
Nice. Yeah, you take your running start, grab the hand of a dangling Logos, and heave, and the both of you land squarely on the back of Gabrielta.
Perfect.
I'm gonna say that
And
that maneuver will take you. We'll call it 10 feet of movement, and a bonus action as well to aid your ally.
okay, no, that's fair. So I don't necessarily want to be like right in front of this thing, with a fucking magical donkey and two of us on his back. Could I like could I like use some more of Gabriel Alter's movement if I have any left to try to like
Yeah.
swing around?
You have 50 feet or so of movement, so kind of tell me where you want to go. You could definitely get away.
Okay, I wanna get away, but I also don't want to do like an opportunity attack. You know what I mean? So I kind of just want to like get out of this guy's face, but maybe like around to the side.
Okay, yeah. You pick up your passenger and maneuver around the side of the Tarrasque, giving him a bit of a wide girth berth, whichever.
Maybe both.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
He's certainly
yeah.
got a wide girth.
Mm, nice. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. That was my bonus action movement. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Let's see. I don't know. Was that an action? What was your action? Bonus action to
Oh,
grab. You moved Gabrielter. Gabrielter kind of has his own action economy that you maneuvered. I think you still have an action. You've used some of your movement
oh,
and your bonus action, but you still have an action.
okay. I thought it was gonna be like take the action to actually like tackle him off this thing like onto the back.
No, bonus action. I let you assist your ally as a bonus
Oh,
action. So it was some movement and your
that's
bonus
very
action
kind.
for sure. But you still have an action.
Okay. For an action, then I am going to swing to the side, obviously, with Gibraltar, and um, I know I probably can't glean much off of death, but well, actually, no, I didn't. I didn't technically see him take a little bit of a stagger, so I'd have no idea. I'm going to do. I think I'm gonna look at the Tarrasque, and just for like shits and giggles, um just try to maybe do some suggestion on him.
A suggestion spell, eh? Okay.
Hmm.
What level spell is suggestion?
It is a second level spell.
Okay. And what is the suggestion?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the Tarrasque and be like, you're obviously not getting rid of us, so why not join us and maybe s- squash that little black fly on your head.
He's one eye rolls over to you, and then he looks at his head. But you're pretty sure he's like, as he looks up upon his dome or tries to, he's kind of looking at Renwick for whatever reason. But as you unleash the spell, I will give you the intel. You feel it somehow through the arcane universe. This creature is immune to being charmed of any kind.
Ah, rats. Okay.
Alas, close.
Um, no swading this dragon or lizard, whatever it is. Nope. I think yeah. With that down, I think that's it.
All right, moving on down from Blade should be the hammer, but he's dead. So, Locris, you are up. Your allies still battling atop this creature while Blade kind of dances around the outside. You hear combat cracking off above, but you are still, the target of this creature's wrath most of the time.
Am I able to get an idea of roughly how damaged the Trask is?
Give me either an insight, a medicine, or a survival check.
19.
He's looking rough. You yourself have put quite a bit of damage on this creature, but Gladier's got some attacks in. Renwick's got some attacks in up above. He has multiple open bleeding wounds and is no longer fighting with confidence. He seems to be fighting like a cornered animal.
Alright. Fuck it. Seeing that it's starting to break down, Locust is going to be stupid and just keep swinging, hoping to buy the other guy some time.
Alright, give me some attack rolls.
24.
Unfortunately, a 24 clings off of the hide of the beast.
33.
33 does hit.
And we'll go ahead and use one last spell. The Eldritch Smite. Then drop another Hell Strike.
Oh, very nice.
Alright, so the hit is 1d8. 68 for the Eldritch Smite, so that's 78. Ooh, wait. Yeah. 98 thanks to the Spirit Shroud. So that'll be 98 plus 1d6 and 2d6 because the Giant Smite plus the Hill Strike and plus 9 for the hit. 56 points of damage. Force, Radiant, and just, yeah, piercing from magical.
Okay. As you land another blow on the Tarask, striking it in the shins, once again the Tarask staggers. And it staggers so hard that it shifts. Renwick and Nerul on the back of this creature are tossed to the ground as the Tarask, not slain, but damaged enough to fall, hits the ground with a powerful thud. Renwick, you take 20 points of falling damage as you hit the ground hard. As Nerul...
No chance of a dex save?
Yeah, I'll give you a dex save for half damage. It's going to be pretty difficult. You're falling from 5 stories up, so...
That's fair. Just checking.
Give me, we'll call it a dex save DC 20.
That's sick. I have a plus
21?
13.
Oh, okay.
But in true Renwick fashion, I rolled a 2 for a 15. So, yep, 20 damage it is.
20 points of damage as you and Nerul hit the ground hard. Nerul stands up and, gripping his scythe, bangs the ground and says, "Enough!" And it echoes across the realm. The orb itself begins to turn almost liquidy around the Tarask, and though it struggles as if it would not want to go and fights against it, the Tarask is eventually consumed by the Star of Nerul. The Dark God turns his attention to the lot of you, and without even a gesture, the milky substance beneath your feet reaches out and grabs all of you. It pulls you into audience with the Dark God Nerul, each of you standing only 5 feet from him. He grips his scythe and he looks to you all. Some worlds just aren't worth it. Without life, there can be no death. Mortals fighting this hard to hold on to their fleck in the universe. Well, perhaps this fruit is just not ripe enough. I will let it sit on the vine and swell. I will return in a dozen millennia or so, and we will see. Daanal Wisech is yours for now, mortals. And he slowly sinks into the Star of Nerul, and then, with no warning, on a completely smooth marble, 1,000 feet in the sky, the marble shoots off at a breakneck speed into the astral plane, leaving the entire party without a plane. All of you begin to fall. All 5 of you begin to plummet back towards Daanal Wisech. And I think that is where we are going to have to put a bookmark in our tale for the time being, fellas.
Oh my god.
What the
Things
fuck?
are looking so rough. He just fucks off.
Yeah, so he left and took his demi-plane with him, but the marble is completely smooth. There's nothing to hold on to, and when it reaches a maximum velocity immediately, the ground is just ripped out from under your feet. And 1,000-foot fall, returning, beneath you, a great battle. And that is where we're going to put a bookmark in our tale, fellas. Well played.
Is Nerul basically the Silver Surfer?
Pretty close, yeah. So there was a threshold of damage to get Nerul to retreat, and you guys cracked that with the Locris managed to just put you over.
I was down to 2. I have, because I go up in damage instead of down. I had 215 of my 232 HP just gone. That's why I asked how he looked. If he looked just fine, I was going to the Dimension Door fucking far away to start drinking.
He only had about 100 HP left. Nerul had, about 400 more left, but it was a damage threshold of 1,000 points between Nerul and the Tarask. And, you knocked it out, you guys. They're fucking murderalizers. Well played. Well played.
It was funny, man. Oh. Well, we got to
He's
train our
dumb.
kids because he's coming back. So
If we survive, we're all falling too. Well, actually, I'm dragon.
fine. I can do a lot.
I'm
I
chilling on
imagine
a
there's
dragon.
some featherfall or some fucking animal forms or some various spell work. You guys get Blade's on a flying donkey, so he's really not falling too hard.
Yeah, I haven't used my my 9th level spell this day, so fucking true polymorph.
And a dragon as well. You guys will probably be all right. But something to think about for next session, gentlemen. Should you survive this fall, which I assume you will, get ready to write your sunsetting chapter, your farewell, your happily ever after. think about that over the next week as the conclusion to our campaign is likely to happen in the next session. So think up your happily ever after, real nice like.
I think we just have to dilly dally for the next session. I don't want this to end.
It's dropping episode next session, right?
Yeah, you actually hit the ground and then you just wake up in hot ma again. Weird. It was all a dream. You guys, you don't even know each other. What the fuck?
It's like Hellraiser, where we're just stuck in the loop for eternity. All right, fellas, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go pick up my brother. But thank y'all. That was a good session, Sean.
Heck yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, man. Yeah, I've been worried
Yeah.
quite a few times. Basically, like for 2 weeks straight. It was very stressful. I'm going to talk to my therapist about it.
I tried to kill Blade so many times. That lucky son of a bitch.
Of all the people, you should know that we're not going to let the bard die. You probably could have killed any one of us and we would have been fine. But like, he has to live. He's what seeds the next campaign. We're going to play his children.
Fair. Yeah, I should have
Yeah,
known.
that was a direct attack on my children from Nehru there.
No, for sure. Blade and Locris and Gladier, to be fair. Me and Renway got off pretty scot-free this fight, but y'all three had a rough fucking go.
Bro, I'm still at max health. Aside from my max health being lower, it's lowered to 185, but I'm still at 185 out of 185.
That's
Hey,
the
you were
most
fucking-
Renwick just goes through every
Wow.
combat and like barely gets touched. He also just barely does anything.
I also hit you with that sickle more than the scythe, rather than dropping your
That's
ability
fair.
scores more than the.
Yeah, my
damage.
overall strength, I will say, like, you got me down to 3 strength out of 10. So you were like 1 sickle hit from me just being basically like fucking immobile on top of a Tarrasque
Yeah, well,
in front of
I'd
a
make
god
you
of
fall.
death. Oh yeah, I was either gonna roll off the goddamn thing or you would have just teed off on me while I laid there. So you didn't do a lot of HP damage, but I was 1 turn from you probably one-shotting me into oblivion. So
I
I
will
have
say, you guys
shit for you, Sean.
doing the radiant damage was wild, dude. Like, you fucked up some great powers that I was not able to use by constantly, like, you guys hit him with radiant damage every single turn of that fight, including last session. Like, you guys saved yourself so much trouble by packing some radiant damage. What's up, Locust?
All right. So with that scythe knocking down your strength, what would have happened to Locris if it was strength, considering all of his strength numbers pretty much come from the gauntlets of ogre strength? That it says sets it to 19.
I think that if your base ability score is reduced to 0, but you do have a magical item, like, I don't know, I have to weigh in on that. That'd be. I mean, technically, if the magical item is attuned and it's not destroyed, and it's what's sustaining your strength, you would probably maintain it. But at a 0 ability score, you would still be immobilized. So you'd be really buff, but you wouldn't be able to, like, utilize your own muscles, essentially. But that would be getting you down to, like, 0. Yeah. But yeah, 0 ability score at any point in any ability, not good. Usually immobility plus, depending on the score. You'll be too. If it was intelligence, you're too dumb to figure out what the fuck to do or how the fuck to do it. You're kind of immobile. If it's strength, you just physically don't have the energy to move. Wisdom, same. Your common sense is out the window. Your sense of direction is gone. You're just kind of loopy. Constitution, however, straight up, you die. If you're no death saves. If con goes to 0, you're straight up dead. Yeah, so it just kind of depended, but. Oh, that was a good sesh, boys. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
I can breathe again. That's a nice feeling. It was rough, man. That was a brutal combat. in a variety of ways.
I did not think I was gonna make it.
The 5 attacks from the Trask plus the legendary actions were dope. Also, I was definitely trying to eat Blade. Also, like I was trying to get
you
everybody
were
I could
for
in
sure
that
going
maw,
for
bro.
it.
That fucking acid
Oh,
damage
you
is
know,
good.
you know what, Sean? I do have to give it to you. I misspoke. You got me down 20 points from my max health. So
Oh
good
yeah,
for you.
because you hit the ground hard. I just had to use a planet. No big deal. Fucking Renwick's hard to hit.
Hey man,
I
that was
just
my whole thing. I was like, I'm gonna roll ones constantly. I just need to be invincible because you can't touch me. I just won't touch you either. So like, I really just exist for roleplay.
I'm just lucky you rolled so many freaking twos.
Dude, I did. It was fucking 2s and 3s. Like, I bet you half the d20s I rolled were sub 5. That was wild. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. It was giving you guys a chance. Like, fuck, I got a plus 19 and I fucking miss? What the fuck?
That's how it feels sometimes.
It'd be like that when you're fighting demigods, you know? All right, fellas, I'm going to take off. Thanks for the great sesh. And, yeah, keep in mind of your happily ever after. I'm excited to hear how we wrap this up. I've been messaging a few of you, and I know this shit's about to be real good. We're going to tie a sweet little bow on this little campaign of ours, I think.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
All right, boys, keep in touch. We'll do this crazy thing again soon.
All right, catch
Good
you
night.
later.
That sounds good. Thanks, Ron. Not everyone.